Hey Upward coaches, this is Brody coming to you on week number 7. Can't believe we're this far into the season. And before I give you a couple of reminders about the devotions this morning, I want to remind us of where we're at with Upward at Elmbrook. We have the 3 S's that we really try to get across to these kids. The first is Scripture. So please make sure you're cutting out some time in your practice to make sure that Scripture is a major part. The second is sportsmanship. Please be teaching your kids how to be good sports on the floor and when they're on the bench. And please be giving an example of the circle of affirmation even in practice so that they're really catching what sportsmanship is all about. And then skill. Make sure that you're teaching that skill and the fundamentals with real vigor and with enthusiasm, because if they're going to succeed in the game of basketball, both at Upward or at another place, they're going to need to know the fundamentals, how to move their feet, how to dribble well, how to make a good pass. And so keep those 3 S's in mind even as we go into this end stretch of the season. This week in your huddle, you're going to be talking about respect for the last time. And remember, we talked about that respect, we could teach it like you need to respect because it's what you're supposed to do, or we can present it as an opportunity to serve God and to follow God more closely by respecting others. And today, I don't want you to miss the activity that's in your devotional. You get to take a tube of toothpaste and squeeze it out and then have somebody try to put it back in. And at first, that might seem fairly ludicrous to you, but really it's a great example. I saw this when I was a kid, and I still remember that once my words are out, they can't go back in. And that's one of the things we're talking about this week is the power of the tongue. And Paul talked to Timothy in 1 Timothy chapter 12, and he says, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young." And these kids sometimes are ignored or maybe not listened to because they're young, but Paul says to Timothy, somebody who is younger than him, don't let people look down on you because you're young, but here's what you need to be an example of. You need to be an example for everyone in your speech, in your life, in your love, in your faith, and in your purity. And I think that it's no accident that he puts speech first. He's saying, Timothy, you got to choose your words carefully. You got to choose when to say them carefully. And you need to make sure that you're getting the things across clearly that you're really trying to get across. And so this week, you get to help your kids understand what respect is by the way that they talk. I wouldn't pass up the opportunity to give some examples from your life of when it went well and when it went wrong. This generation is using their words quickly and flippantly. And if we can help draw attention to the fact that words matter and that they matter to God, that could be a big win this week. I hope you have a great week. We'll see you on Saturday.